Hello students, today's presentation is with continuation of beta-lactam antibiotic. After completion of this presentation, you will able to know compounds in details and its structure, side effects and therapeutic effects. So the first beta-lactam antibiotic we discuss, which is benzyl penicillin, or it is also called penicillin G. The benzyl penicillin name is given because of presence of this benzyl moiety with the penicillin. So here is the IUPAC nomenclature of this penicillin G. The IUPAC nomenclature is as following as per the United States Pharmacopoeia nomenclature system of this penicillin. Penicillin G remains the agent of choice for the treatment of some different kinds of bacterial infections. It was first made available as the water-soluble salts of potassium, sodium and calcium. These salts of penicillin are inactivated by the gastric juice and are not effective when administered orally. So this problem gets solved by adding this antibiotic along with antacids like calcium carbonate, aluminum hydroxide and magnesium trisilicate, or a strong buffer such as sodium citrate. The water-soluble potassium and sodium salts are used orally and parenterally. The more water-soluble potassium salt is preferred when large doses are required, whereas sodium salt preferred in renal failure. Second beta-lactam antibiotic, penicillin V. It is also called phenoxymethyl penicillin. The structure is here and you will get that it contains a phenoxy moiety methyl group along with penicillin. So the name phenoxymethyl penicillin. Here is its IUPAC nomenclature. So the 3,3-dimethyl 7-oxo 6 in bracket 2 phenoxyacetamido 4-thia 1-aza bicyclo 3,2-0 heptane 2-carboxylic acid. So all of you know about why this 3,2-0, which comes by following the bicyclic nomenclature rule. Here also the IUPAC nomenclature is come by following the USP nomenclature system. The problem of degradation by gastric juice is overcome by incorporation of oxygen atom between aromatic ring and CONH group. In first penicillin, that is penicillin G, we have seen that it is a somewhat sensitive for the acid. So this problem gets solved by introducing this oxygen. So this is about penicillin V. The potassium salt, which can be used mostly, and it maintains a uniform concentration in blood. Next is methicillin, which is a penicillinase resistant penicillin. So here is the structure, and due to this structure you will get an idea why it is penicillinase resistant penicillin, because of steric hindrance. Here this there is increase in steric hindrance because of this 2-ortho substitution to this. So this increases the electric hindrance, electrical steric hindrance around this beta lactam. So it protects the beta lactam ring from the degradation or from inactivation by penicillinase enzyme. So this methicillin is very sensitive to moisture, losing about half of its activity in 5 days when on keeping for 5 days at room temperature, but on refrigeration at 5 degrees centigrade it reduces the loss in activity to about 20% in the same period of time. Methicillin sodium is resistant to inactivation by the penicillinase. So what is penicillinase? Penicillinase, which are found in staphylococci and somewhat more resistant than penicillin G, to penicillinase from Bacillus cereus. So penicillinase, which are found in Staphylococci and which are responsible for the degradation or inactivation of beta-lactam. So this methicillin, which is more resistant than penicillin G to this penicillinase from Bacillus cereus. It can be used in the treatment of staphylococcal infections caused by strains resistant to other penicillins. It will having an incidence of interstitial nephritis, a probable hypersensitivity reaction. Next is penicillinase resistant penicillin. So penicillinase resistant penicillins are antibiotics which are not inactivated by the penicillinase enzyme. Some bacteria like Staphylococcus species produce the enzyme penicillinase and which destroys the beta-lactam ring and making the penicillin ineffective. So to solve the problem of this inactivation by penicillinase enzyme, semisynthetic penicillins are produced. These semisynthetic penicillins are produced from 6-APA, means 6-amino penicillinic acid, and this penicillinic acid can be produced on hydrolysis by beta-lactamase enzyme. So these produce semisynthetic penicillins which develop resistance to beta-lactamase, that is penicillinase, by increasing the steric hindrance of alpha carbon atom of acyl group. Substitution at the ortho position of phenyl ring which increases the steric hindrance. So the best example of these penicillinase resistant penicillins are isoxazoline penicillin. So the isoxazoline penicillin, the name is given because of it having a isoxazole ring, presence of this isoxazole ring along with this penicillin. So the different examples of isoxazoline penicillin are oxacillin, cloxacillin and dicloxacillin. So name itself reflect that why the name is given. So here oxacillin, in which this X and Y means ortho substitution which contains simply hydrogen, but if it contains only one chloride group to this ortho position, name is cloxacillin, and if both the ortho positions which are having a chloride group, then it is dicloxacillin. So we go one by one. So about oxacillin, this is the structure of oxacillin with its IUPAC nomenclature, simply 5-methyl. Here we consider this isoxazole. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5-methyl 3-phenyl 4. This is the fourth position. 4 to the fourth position there is an attachment. So the 4-isoxazole penicillin. So oxacillin is a semi-synthetic penicillin. The steric effect of these 3-phenyl and 5-methyl groups of the isoxazolyl ring prevents the binding of this penicillin to the beta-lactamase active site and protect the lactam ring from degradation. It is also relatively resistant to acid hydrolysis. This is the important one, and therefore they may be administered orally with good effect. Next is cloxacillin and its structure with IUPAC nomenclature. Cloxacillin contains chloride group which enhance its oral absorption leading to higher plasma level, whereas dicloxacillin, the structure of dicloxacillin with IUPAC nomenclature, dicloxacillin is having same medicinal properties to that of cloxacillin. The progressive halogen substitution increases the fraction bound to protein in plasma and therefore reducing the concentration of free antibiotic in plasma and tissues. Next is ampicillin. The ampicillin, structure of this ampicillin with its IUPAC nomenclature. Ampicillin is again example of semi-synthetic penicillin. Due to the alpha amino group, it is active against gram-positive as well as gram-negative bacteria and enterococci than other penicillin. As it is active against both gram-positive and gram-negative bacteria, so it is an example of broad-spectrum antibiotic. The amino group increase the ability to cross cell wall barriers that are impermeable to other penicillin. Ampicillin is water soluble and also stable in acid. Next is ampicillin. Ampicillin is not resistant to penicillinase and it produces allergic reactions. It can be used for the treatment of acute urinary tract infections caused by E. coli or Proteus mirabilis. It is the agent of choice against Haemophilus influenza infections also. Next is amoxicillin. Structure of amoxicillin and its IUPAC nomenclature. So ampicillin and amoxicillins are the example of broad spectrum antibiotic. There is no as such much more difference in between the structure. So amoxicillin is a semi-synthetic penicillin which is introduced in 1974 and it is a para-hydroxy analog of ampicillin. Its antibacterial spectrum is identical with that of ampicillin and it is resistant to acid, also susceptible to alkaline and beta-lactamase hydrolysis. It is weakly bound to plasma protein. Advantage of this ampicillin over it is advantageous over ampicillin because of GI absorption of amoxicillin is more complete. It produces less diarrhea and little or no effect of food on absorption. Uses: it is administered orally for the treatment of certain systemic and urinary tract infections. So here we completed the most of the beta-lactam antibiotic, its therapeutic uses, structure and IUPAC nomenclature. Thank you very much and keep learning.